Hey, Tom here, FlipAnythingUSA. So, if you haven't been on my channel before, I am a real estate investor. I've been investing since I was 19 years old. I've been very successful. I was lucky enough to get involved with real estate at a young age. Got into owner financing, which is the only way you can really buy when you're 19 years old with no credit and no family money, and that's what I did, and made was a millionaire by 28, and that's been almost 40 years ago. It's hard to believe so much time's gone by, and but you know what? I've made a ton of money, and I've had a great life, and I like to share it with people. These are secrets I used to hold on to because I was very protective of what I knew and what I know, but now I've got 4 kids. I got a second one graduating college right now, and I got twin boys that are about to get out here pretty soon. And I wrote my book. That's a book I have over here. I'm still getting used to all this stuff. Okay, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. Anyhow, it's been a bestseller on Kindle and Audible and paperback. You can get it on Amazon, and I really strongly suggest you do. It's a great book with a lot of experience that I'll just tell you, it's not that I'm special. I learned very early how to make money and what the rules were, or really you can make your own rules in a lot of ways. But today we're going to talk about Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin, a very, very popular YouTuber, and we'll talk about him in a minute. All right, so Meet Kevin is a young man. I think he's 28 years old now. Actually, maybe he's 29, and he got involved with YouTube, from what I understand, about, I don't know, 3.5, 4 years ago. He was a real estate agent. I guess he worked at a smoothie shop, and he's done a couple of other things. And hey, I've got a lot of people here. Some that are in my mentorship class, which I actually don't have a mentorship going at the moment. I'll probably start one up here again soon. I've done 2, and they've been very, very successful. People making money, and nobody's complaining. Nobody's talking about getting ripped off like so many people do out of these seminars and different things that they do. So I'm happy to report people making money, and people are happy with the information they've learned. And I got Gemini. Thanks, Gemini. Just got the audio book. I was actually surprised that audio book I've only had out a few days, and it's already very, very sold a lot of them very quickly. So that was kind of cool. I assume probably people that already have the book. There's so many that went out so quickly. So like some of this is going to be all positive about Kevin. I actually like Kevin. There's some snake oil gurus out there and people that I don't particularly like, but I don't consider Kevin one of those guys at all. I don't necessarily think, and I don't even want to even be a little bit negative, because I'm kind of hard on him when he talks about making money in real estate. You know what? It's just not that practical for a lot of people, I think. But you know what? You can watch and decide for yourself. But this isn't about that. Today, I just want to kind of look at this kid, because he's a phenomenon. I don't mean that disrespectfully, Kevin. If you're watching, I don't mean it disrespectfully. He's a young man. He's even got 2 kids already, and man, that's a tough road to haul. I'll tell you. I didn't even have kids till I was 33. Okay, and I was so focused on making money, and I can tell you, this kid makes money, and so again, respectfully say kid, it's just compared to me. He makes money like nobody else, and he does it off of YouTube. Okay, and let me go to this here. So this is kind of fun to look at for me. Let's take a look here. Go to the main. Okay, so this is Kevin, and this is back in 2014. Okay, so he's probably like 22. Okay, and and I don't think this has anything to do. I think he started a YouTube channel, and let's watch a little bit of this real quick here. Just.
The time has come to get beyond generic claims of professionalism, tech savviness, and promptness. For me, these are bare minimums. not differentiating factors. I'm a real estate broker and I run my own company. As a result, my marketing is a representation of myself and depicts my fervor for the industry. So it is only natural to answer the question of what makes me different by first analyzing my marketing. In 2011, I wrapped my Prius. In 2012, I trademarked my slogan, the No Pressure Agent. I also helped to rejuvenate the local real estate community with my broker tour on a $1.6 million home, wherein I gave realtors boat rides around GCI.
Oops. Yeah, I blew that.
I'm a real estate broker and I run my own company. As a result, my marketing is a representation of myself and depicts my fervor for the industry. So it is only natural to answer the question of what makes me different by first analyzing my marketing.
So you look, you know what, you can already see early on, this kid is a hustler. And again, this young man, whatever, is a hustler. And I mean that in a good way. Okay. Me too. I mean, I did everything I could with the means that I had. And it looks like he did the same. And, but he was a agent, right? And he was pushing that. And I don't know exactly, some of you watching probably know better than I do, but I think he ended up seeing Stephan. Stephan, another young guy. If I probably look him up here real quick. Stephan, another YouTuber. I think he got in a little earlier, but I think if I'm not mistaken, it just seems obvious. This guy right here. And again, Stephan, I don't think is a particularly great real estate agent by any means. I mean, not real estate agent, an investor. But you know what? He again, young hustling guy. He got into some real estate. He bought a couple pieces when he was young. But in the end, these guys realized, wow, there's some money in YouTube. And I think Kevin caught on after seeing what Graham was doing. And then he quickly, you know what, he's smart. He role modeled with Graham and got attached to Graham. And it sounds like he got the door open with Graham to help him a little bit. And now, you know, he's a big YouTuber. Stephan, I think he's even got twice as many followers nearly as what Kevin does, which is pretty amazing too. But back to Kevin here. What do you guys? Some guys are writing some things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we got some people here. You know, let's see. Hey, Ellie, glad you got some things moving on the real estate front. Hey, all right. You left the first review. Good for you. Thanks, Gemini. We got Paul. Yes, Kevin does a great job. Never short of words. No, he can talk. He can certainly talk. Can you? We'll talk about the real estate here in a little bit, Mario. Let's talk about Kevin here just a little bit. So, anyways, he started out and with this, and then I think he realized that the money's in real estate, and so then he got into this. He just did this video recently. How much YouTube paid me, okay? And now you can see here he's looking more like the you can see the difference here, the elder guy that he is compared to when he started, or when he was when he got started in real estate. Well, so and you guys know, look, I've been a little bit critical on him. He's a very wealthy YouTuber, and you can see over here. We'll go back to the main here. But take a look at this. Let's just watch this. I'm going to put this in high speed because it's really, really phenomenal. I mean, it's phenomenal. This kid, listen, he should write a book on how to make money in YouTube. Although at his age, I would never shared any of the information he shared. I just wouldn't have done it. I was too greedy. But he's kind of where I'm at. He's already where I'm at. I mean, of course, I'm worth more than him, but I'm older than him. But again, he's in a position of secure. He's secure now in his wealth. He's got enough. He's good. I mean, he could quit and he could be, he could get by just fine. But again, that's kind of where you want to get. That's one of the things that made me feel free to share my information with everyone, is that I got enough. I got more than enough. And once you got more than enough, you look at Jack Welch and all these, titans of industry. At some point, you're you've got all you got all you need. You can only drink so much good wine and eat so much great food, and where you want to live. You still got to have people around you. Which interesting enough, I used to live in Kevin's neighborhood where he's at now. I bought a house, or I should say, ended up flipping it, but I got a house on Ocean Drive in his neighborhood in Channel Islands. So let's watch this. I'll probably put it in high speed like I always do. And if you guys have trouble keeping up, let me know. We're going to go to, we'll just go to just 1.5, and we'll see how that works for now.
I meet Kevin on YouTube, and I started making YouTube videos at the end of 2017. And you might be wondering, why the heck should I care to make YouTube videos? In fact, that is probably the most common question I get on Instagram and...
Got a little feedback I got to fix here. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm learning, folks. Okay, let's get back.
In my email, when folks wonder, Kevin, we know you have a course on how you do YouTube videos, how you film them fast, edit them yourself, and you don't have a staff, and how you put your content together. But how do we know that YouTube actually pays consistently? Well, what I found is when I prevent myself from going super niche on like how to freeze your credit and prevent identity theft, which are the videos that I used to do, and instead I talk about things that are more broad-based popular, like my favorite stocks, and then analysis on those, and I provide value on those or perspective that nobody else is. Or I provide perspective on the real estate market, or the news cycle, or my thoughts on what's going to happen in the government coming up to the election. These topics are much more broad. And when I provide these updates on a more frequent basis than I used to, I noticed that YouTube absolutely loves it and provides it like insane revenue. It feels like the...
And really, you know what? I got to say, he's being 100% honest here. Now, like I say, I don't necessarily love his real estate information, but I can tell you what, he follows trends and topics, trends, And I can see the temptation, when he got into it first, it was about real estate, and he was getting some revenue off a course he makes, and I haven't heard much good about that, but you can only know so much at this young age. But listen, he is an encyclopedia on YouTube. I mean, and you can, and I love what he's sharing. And listen, I'm a quick study observer. I watched him. I mean, really, just so I'll tell you how I found Kevin. Just to break things up just a little bit. This is how I found Kevin. Check this out. And I was looking at real estate stuff, right? And it was Manny Koshman. Let me do this. Manny Koshman, meet Kevin. Well, he had done this video right here on Manny Koshman, and it kind of, I just thought, that little shit. I go, that's, I just thought he's disrespectful, to be quite honest. And, and I'd just done the video that I did on Grant Cardone. And Grant Cardone, look, I didn't, here, I'll give you this real quick. You guys have seen this before, but this is what Grant Cardone that pissed me off, that really irritated me. Take a look at this.
You and you got a good attitude, you ain't a little bitch. You ain't a little baby, you ain't cry baby, you ain't stupid baby, you ain't dumb. I need my money, I gotta buy a Rolex.
Yeah, so when I saw that, I thought, this guy's a jerk. And so I made a video, and it actually, for me, it went viral. It's got, quite a few hits, 40-something thousand, I think. And it just irritated me. And then I had seen that Kevin had been also attacking Grant Cardone. He was more attacking. I was just kind of talking about what I saw. But I can't say I've watched that many. I don't know if I've even seen any videos, but there was a lot of, you could see by Meet Kevin's, if you went to Meet Kevin's channel, you would see very quickly, if you did a search on, actually here you go, Meet Kevin on Grant Cardone, everything was exposed Grant, and Grant is suing me here, and reactions, and, Cardone's maxed out and all this other stuff, which in fairness, some of these negative things are coming true about him. But actually, here's one. Here's me doing stuff on Grant Cardone there. Anyways, but it was this video that Kevin had done that is where I kind of found him, and I thought, this kid's, just a little bit too cocky. And then I did a video that kind of was, referring to him as a noob, because I saw where he was referring to other people as a noob and stuff. And it was just, it really wasn't terribly critical, but I don't think so. But again, what I quickly found was wow, a lot of people that are interested in real estate are interested in me. So I got quite a few hits, and I got quite a few followers very quickly, just because I had, I got into Grant Cardone's space and got some of those people that were interested in Grant Cardone were seriously interested in real estate, and I got a bunch of people that joined me. Same thing with Kevin. I found out very quickly, hey, people are really interested in real estate that are following, not all of them, but there's a small percentage of people that follow Kevin that are really interested in real estate, and those that find me through me doing a review on him or whatever end up, they're attracted to what I got to offer, and they've been following me ever since. So that's been a plus for me. But really, let's go back here and watch this video that Kevin started here, because this is really fascinating. I mean, really, stay tuned for this, because this is amazing stuff. It's funny, because if Kevin could do a video on stimulus, so if you look down at this number, well, you can't see it behind me. I'll just move it over here so you can. He's got over here, take a look at this number. If you see right here, he's got, like 47,000 views, okay, in just a day or so. And he's talking about money. Well, if he was talking about stimulus, there'd probably be 3 times that many people looking for a free check. Of course, that's not my crowd. That's not, in fact, if you're here for stimulus, let me just tell you something. Buy my book with that stimulus, okay? Because that'll serve you better than anything, and then you won't even qualify for stimulus because you'll make so much money. Anyways, so let's get back to Kevin here. Listen more what he's got to say, because this is really interesting stuff.
Revenue is not sustainable, but it has been. And so the answer to anybody who's been wondering, hey, Kevin, we saw maybe your last YouTube income update video where you said, hey, great, we had this great month here in May where YouTube paid awesome revenue. But how does that translate going forward? How consistent is that? Well, what I'm going to show now is the YouTube ad revenue that this channel has generated over the last 100 days. So we're going to go from September 26th, just because sometimes the ad revenue gets delayed in the last couple days, and we'll go all the way to June 14th. And we'll take a look at exactly, and it's like, if anything, let this just be inspiring to you, because it was inspiring to me when I saw other creators doing it, and I said, I want to get to that. How can I get to that level? I never thought I'd get more than 10,000 subs, and I just kept putting one foot in front of the other, in front of the other, in front of the other, and doing everything I could to try to keep going and providing value where I could.
Persistence.
So now I'm going to show it to you. Take a look at this, because it's absolutely mind-blowing. Here's June 14th, and these are daily ad revenue figures that YouTube pays me. So this is not like, oh, YouTube's got to take a cut off that or whatever. No, that's literally what YouTube ends up depositing into my bank account on a daily basis. Now, they only deposit once a month, so it gets added up, but this is after the cut, and it is absolutely unreal. Look at this, June 14th, $5,516 in one day. Like, it feels like it's not sustainable, but then again, if you look at the bar, it kind of is, because then look, it goes up to $9,800, and then it comes down to like $4,800, and then there's a 10,000 day, and then there's a 5,900 day. And I can only imagine, I mean, my channel gets like maybe 13, 14 million views a month. I can only imagine the channels that are getting way more views per month, what kind of revenue they may be looking at. But see, here's a low day at $3,600 per day, or here's another low day at $3,200. Kind of looking at the lows, there were a couple lows there. The other lows are like the 5s. Looking at the highs, they're over 10K, 9 to 10K. And it's absolutely incredible. And now let me go ahead and take away the number that's kind of like right here that shows the estimated revenue over this custom time frame. Let me just quickly show you the custom time frame. So here's the time frame. You see it's June 14th to September 26th. That's what's applied. Let's just get rid of this right here. There we go. Isn't that like, I don't get it. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
Folks, so look at that. That's in like 100 days. Over the summer, he made $742,000. And like he said, his average take a day is right around about $9,500, $10,000 a day, right? It's just absolutely amazing. Well, I guess average would be, $7,500 a day if he made $750,000 basically in 100 days. It is a phenomenal amount of money. And, again, I'm keeping this all positive, but this is one of the reasons that Kevin can invest the way that he does is because he can just buy property. He's got an income that allows him. He can buy at this rate. Look, he could buy $1 million worth of property in 4 months, and he can pay cash for it. So the accumulation of his wealth doesn't impress me, but the generation, how he produces his wealth, is very interesting to me and is amazing to me. And keep in mind, this money that you see here, this $742,000, that doesn't even begin. I mean, that's probably the bulk of the money for sure. But he's got a YouTube course. He pushes life insurance. He pushes this Weeble stock stuff. and he's got a number of little courses here, and then he plugs his wife's videos over here, which is smart. So there's a little more income as well. And then he's got all these other different things, links to stuff and cameras and what he uses. And he gets a piece of that money. He gets a little action on every bit of it. He makes money. I don't know if he gets a piece of the wife's action on that. But again, it's his partner, so they're both making money. But like I say, this $742,000, that doesn't even include the revenue that he's getting from plugging the life insurance, which he regularly plugs, or the other things that he regularly plugs. And so it really is impressive, and let's just keep watching. Actually, let me take a look at the questions here, see what else anybody else has to say here. All right. Hey, thanks for the review there. Yeah. Hey, Rui, glad you're here. I don't know that he invested $10 million in stock. I don't think so. I don't think he's got that much money. Glad you're here, Calvin. Yeah, we'll be doing some more live stuff here. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Grant Cardone just yet. Yeah, master of clickbait. Yeah, he did. No, that's true. Now, he did build his channel, and now I'm guilty of it too. I mean, here, I'm doing it with him right now to a degree. I mean, I'm reviewing him because it's a worthy topic. But I know that people that are interested in real estate should subscribe to my channel and should probably get my book, or just watch my videos because, look, I've been doing it for free forever now. It seems like it. But anyways, but let's keep watching because this is fascinating. It really is.
And it's inspiring, but it's at this point where it's kind of like, how does YouTube afford to pay this? And so if you need any inspiration to actually make a YouTube channel and get started doing YouTube, let this be it. And yeah,
Agreed.
I don't want to just come across as saying, oh, you have to buy my YouTube course in the link down below. Use the coupon code before it expires tomorrow or whatever. Like, I don't want to come across that way. You could start without that. Yeah, I mean, you could get head starts by taking...
So, look, I'm going to speak to that right now because, like I say, I've been critical of Kevin's real estate course. I don't think he can offer much. I just don't think there's enough knowledge there, and I haven't seen anything with his investing that would make me want to do that. But I'll tell you right now, I may just sign up for his course myself. I'll take that course. I'll take that package, I think. I don't know what he's asking for it, but we can take a look. But I can tell you, he does know. But look, he's already given you precious gold right here. I mean, this is amazing information. That just what he's sharing right here is enough to, put a fire under you if you got any drive at all. This really put some fire under you if you're inclined to do that. Okay, just like if you read my book or if you watch my videos, that should put a fire under you if you have an interest in real estate and making money in real estate, because that's what drove me. That's what made me rich, and now YouTube is what's making Kevin rich. And so we're really kind of like kind in that way. Not particularly the way we're getting there, but we're sharing how we've done it. He's actually doing it at a very young age. I wouldn't do it when I was his age. I was too fearful. I didn't want to, because I didn't want to share locally how to do it because I didn't want people competing with me. But on a world scale, it's safe. He's safe to share. So anyhow, let's keep watching because this is great information.
By listening to what other people have done who came before you. But if anything, just get inspired to make content, because every one of us can share content on this platform. And that's what's so cool about YouTube, is that absolutely all of us have a voice and something that we can share. But yes, it is true. Absolutely everything that I know about YouTube, which applies to many different sectors of YouTube, no matter if you have 0 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers or more. Maybe you've even got 500K subs and you're thinking to yourself, how does Kevin edit so fast? How does Kevin get content or whatever? Everything's in there. So this worked out to 59 million views, which I guess that's closer, well, divided by 100, 59.8 divided by 100, that's around 600,000 views a day to see this kind of response. Kind of crazy, kind of remarkable. I can't believe it, but I wanted to share that update with you all. I feel like I owe you all as much transparency as possible, just so you can see, this, first of all, the support that you all bring to me and my channel is what makes all of this possible. So a huge thank you to seriously all of you big thank you, of course, to the YouTube gods as well. But yeah, I mean, even though my revenue's gone up substantially this year, I still do the same things. I still take my revenue and I buy my fixer-uppers in real estate. I still buy my favorite stocks. So nothing's really changed about me or my lifestyle or how we're investing or how we're allocating our money. But golly, I would say, yeah, if anything inspires you, let it be this, and consider starting a YouTube channel. So I guess I almost wanted to say this isn't sponsored by YouTube, but I guess in some way it kind of is. Like, they didn't call me and say, Kevin, get people motivated to make YouTube videos. But then again, I can't really say I'm not sponsored by YouTube because obviously they pay the bills. Okay, it's like, it's unbelievable. And all I could do is encourage you to join YouTube. Thanks so much for watching this video. Consider following me on Instagram. And folks, we'll see you in the next one.
All right. Well, I got to say, that was awesome. That was really, really awesome and generous. Let me just tell you something. There ain't no money in sharing the information he just shared. I mean, obviously, you can take his course. Maybe we'll take a look and see what that course costs. Maybe that is good for it. Let's take a look. Okay. Zero to millionaire. Beyond, that's real estate. Yeah, I'll skip that one. Okay. Build wealth making YouTube videos. Okay. $469. I would say that one is worthwhile. Do it yourself guide, master stocks. Yikes. Yeah. So, yeah. Maybe he's a good real estate salesman, so I'd give some validity to this one. Personal help from Kevin. Oh, that's worth $3,500. That's big bucks. So I don't know how much time. It's 60 minutes. Damn, that's pretty good. You know, the bottom line is, I can tell you something, and I'm not trying to take anything from Kevin. If you got $3,500, go ahead, take an hour with him. But really, all you have to really do is study. Like he said, you don't have to take this. Just look at what he does. Really, that's you have to emulate what other people do, and and that's really, you kind of role model somebody, right? You look at them and you focus on them as a role model. I did that when I was young. The people that had money, real estate, the guys that were successful in business, I mean, I role modeled. I looked at what they did, and I looked at where the money is, And like right now, guess what? There's money here. There's money here. There's money. I mean, I show you there's money in real estate. I love real estate. That's my thing. I don't, just because I invest in stock doesn't mean I can teach you about stock. Just because I have a YouTube channel doesn't mean I can teach you a lot about YouTube. And so I limit his expertise. I don't think he's qualified to teach about real estate, because I don't want this to sound like a promotion for Kevin in regard to real estate. It's not. I will say this is a promotion for Kevin on what I do think his strengths are, and his strengths are certainly the YouTube videos. And let's see what he's got in here. Build wealth making YouTube videos. #1 trending. Create everything you need to know about building a YouTube channel. You know what? And I got just because of the amount that he shares right here. Okay, in this video, I got no reason to doubt that there isn't a great deal of great information in here. And so, you know what? Maybe I'll just sign up. Where do I sign up? Maybe I'll just go ahead and sign up right now. Enroll in a course. Doesn't look like, maybe I'm not able to. Let's see. Oh, here we go. All right. There's some credit card info here. So you know what? I think maybe I'll go ahead and sign up for this course myself, just because I think he can shortcut to me on a lot of stuff here. Info, lifetime access, future content, build wealth making YouTube videos. What's this go to? Here we are again. So look, let's watch the promo. Why not?
Hey everyone, me Kevin here. In this course, I'm going to teach you everything that I know about YouTube, from video production, the algorithm, to growing in subscribers, and ultimately making more money and building your wealth with YouTube. I'll show you how to do everything involved, and I'll also show you how, as a relatively new creator, I have been a #1 trending creator on the YouTube homepage, beating Animal Crossing music videos and really, really popular YouTubers with a finance channel. Then I'll also show you how I hit #13 on trending and how I consistently get on average 1 million views per 48 hours, which at times has shot as high as 2 to 3 million views consistently per 48 hours. We'll go through all the metrics and all the things that you need to know, and I'll teach you all of the mistakes that I made and best practices that I've learned along the way. Just for giggles, 500,000 views per day works out to about $5,000 of ad revenue per day. That means the knowledge in this program can pay for your course very, very quickly. Now, of course, this varies based on views and time of year and channel type, and things can always go up and down, but this is true for my channel, and in my opinion, it can be true for you as well. I started my journey on YouTube in December of 2017 as I was inspired to share my perspective about investing in real estate. Since then, I've put together an endless list of things that work, but also dangerous pitfalls that don't work. I've learned the hard way what doesn't work because I've been on the roller coaster. I've experienced the ups, I've experienced the downs over and over, and I can tell you exactly there is a consistency as to what always leads to a decline in views and what consistently leads to an increase in views. And this knowledge will easily make you money. I'll also show you editing tricks and guide you on what to focus on so that you can really maximize your wealth by creating a YouTube side hustle. Most importantly, I will also show you how to provide value to your customers who are your viewers and get paid for doing it. And heck, since I started doing videos on YouTube, I found that YouTube is also a really great source of passive income, because even on days that I choose not to post, or if I take a weekend off, I notice that income still comes in even when I'm not working. And the beauty about this course is you're going to find your own perspective, and you're going to be able to give your perspective a voice so that you can monetize it while providing value to your viewers. The beauty about this course is not only am I going to help you find your perspective, but I'm going to continuously add to this program. So that way this course is really like a living and breathing course that you have lifetime access to. Think about it like opening the door, and anytime there's new information that comes in, you get it and you have access to it. I can't wait to see you in the program. Folks, thank you so much for considering my program, and we will see you soon.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, you know what? Like I said, how to get out of here. Let's see, here's this guide, right? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and sign up. I am. And believe me, I don't know, Kevin, he's popped in and he's said hello here and there. And, and I haven't been particularly kind to him on everything because I am a critical guy. That's how I am. But I'll tell you what, I give credit where credit's due. This kid this is worth paying for. I believe it is. Okay. I haven't tried it yet, but I can tell you right now, even if you bought it and it didn't give you everything that you felt great about, just his channel alone, it's worth it. I mean, just what this video you just watched, the stuff that he's sharing, that is huge stuff. That's big stuff. And you know what? I would have told him, don't even do it. In fact, I wrote him something. I did. We conversed a little bit. And you know what? This is gold. I mean, this is gold. This information, it really is gold. But you know what? Not everybody is smart enough to take good advice, and actually, so maybe let me be somebody that has been around for 40 years making money to tell you, to reconfirm that actually, like I told you, real estate investing, I don't think so. But the YouTube stuff that we just looked at, right? The YouTube stuff, let me go back to this. This right here, I will tell you right now, this to me looks like a decent deal. And I think it's worthwhile. Okay, so I'll definitely give a thumbs up on that one, and I'll let's get looking for credit card information. So I'll go ahead and sign up for this one myself. When I'm done with the program here. Okay, and then I'll give you some comments on it after I take the class or whatever it is. All right, so let's see what people have to say. We can talk about real estate. We can talk about anything else you want now. Use coupon code Larry. Thank you, Larry. Oh, are you? Is there a kickback, Larry? You can tell me if there is. That's okay. All right. Hey, thanks. I'm glad you got the book, my book. And hey, subscribe, folks. Subscribe. Listen, whether you're interested in real estate or everybody's going to have a home someday. Look, you won't get screwed or taken advantage of if you have my book, because you'd just be that much smarter of an investor. You can see my book's like $20. If you want a mentorship, then that's different. I charge more for that. But again, today I'm just really, we're talking about Kevin, and I'm trying to be nice and just talk about what I think is really valuable here. And I do believe what he has is worthwhile. It is. It's worthwhile. Okay, so Jorge, let's see, confronting Meet Kevin and how he makes $1 million a month. Stephan is also on the podcast. Yeah, well, listen, I think Graham inspired Stephan. Stephan inspired Kevin, and I think but we'll watch that. So Jorge says there's another one out there, how to make $1 million a month. Wow. I don't know. That seems amazing. But I didn't catch that he was making that much, but I'll watch it, sure. Hey, we'll watch it tomorrow maybe. We'll watch it tomorrow. Which, by the way, everybody that's in my mentorship, we've had 2 classes conclude. I got a third one I'm going to start here pretty soon, and people are piling up wanting to get in. And I want to have a visit with the 70 or so people that have already been through my mentorship, and do a Zoom meeting. So I'll call a Zoom meeting, and I would like everyone to participate, and maybe we'll even let some folks in here. I'll put the link here publicly. Maybe tonight I'll do a little video tonight, and I'll bring everybody over into the Zoom, whether they're in it or not, because what I really want to do is, the course was so successful, in far as helping people. That's how I'm measuring the success, I don't feel like I need to do as much Q&A anymore. I think we've already kind of done it, and I think a lot of people could just simply review the Q&A that's there, and then I would do more Zoom meetings, but I would do them for, I do 4-hour Zoom meetings sometimes just answering questions, and those questions are of record now, so people can actually get a lot of those answers there. So let's see. Let's keep reading through some of this stuff here. So, guys, if I can back up here, you can just rewrite a question if it's way up there, because I was staying focused on the video. You certainly can. Okay, Rui says, I agree. Kevin is a YouTuber, not an investor. Yeah, he's an investor. He's not. I don't want to say he's not an investor. I would never say he's not an investor. I'm just saying he's not the kind of investor that'll get you. It won't make a. Listen. You look at real estate profits compared to YouTube profits. It's a no-brainer. Jump into YouTube if you can. If you can do what you feel comfortable on camera doing, what he's doing, that sort of thing, I think that's a no-brainer. But certainly I love real estate, but he's got a big, big, fat bank account. See, I started with 0 in real estate, so I had to flip and flip and flip and flip until I had enough cash and I had enough income coming in that it was more comparable to the income comparable to his videos now, right? But that took me years to create. He's doing it, just working his butt off every day. So let's keep looking here. Calvin wrote, the point is, if Kevin had to live solely off his real estate investing skills, yeah, I don't know if he'd be broke, but he'd be a realtor, and he'd probably be making some money as a realtor. But, you have to flip in the beginning. You have no other way of generating cash. You can't just go buy $1 million property and get rent coming in from it. It takes time to build up to that, or you got to have a hell of a good job. So Art said he just purchased the book. Hope it helps me. I'm looking to buy multifamily property right now. Yeah, just keep your eyes open. Sometimes you don't get what you're looking for, but you get something else that will take you into a different direction, but is still very, very profitable, Okay, Mohammed says YouTube is based on algorithms that no one has been able to figure out. If you think you consistently can make $1,000 a day from YouTube, I don't know if that's true, Mohammed. I can tell you that I've caught the algorithm, and I got about 9,000 followers in a very short time. And, and but I kind of am busy and I've got other stuff going and I didn't stay on it. I could have just stayed on it and I would have done, but that's, like I say, I've got choices when something starts to feel too much like work, and I got kids. I'm still trying to hang out with my boys. I took one of my kids to Colorado last week, and that's kind of where I'm at in my life. I'm hanging on to a lot of my cash right now and I'm playing. Hey, Felix, you got the audiobook. I'm glad you like it. I appreciate it. You guys be critical. Let me know if there's anything. I caught one mistake in there I'm going to fix, but it's a minor thing. And you guys also, by the way, there's some racy content in there. I talk about, there's in my audiobook, if you don't have an audiobook, I talk about, if you know my book, I talk about this girl, Sandy, and she was, I had a crush on her. She liked me, but you know what? It was my insecurities and just not feeling, low self-esteem, even though I had a big building and I was actually starting very well off. I didn't let her in the door in anyways, and but there's some content in there about something that happened with Sandy. Anyways, you just have to read it. Okay, or listen to it, I should say. Yeah. The algorithm does dictate the income. Manny Koshman is a legit investor for sure. I don't know everything about him. I know he talks about, selling 24 houses at once and some, $12, $14 million deals. That's, it's all relative. It's all relative, but it is a little bit different. It's a different scope. It's a different area. Yeah, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Listen, I'll never steer you wrong. I have nothing to gain in steering you other than making a few bucks on my book, which I don't care about. I really just care that you get it. People say, oh, you're pushing your book. Well, I push it because I get so many basic questions that are already answered in the book, and it only costs $10 on Kindle. So come on, it shortcuts you to all this, everything that's really important. You really want to get if you got a book that just takes you right to the point, that's gold. And like I say, that's why I'm going to sign up for Kevin's class as soon as we get done here. I'm signing up for Kevin's class, and I'm gonna get that information. I'm gonna make some money. I'm going to play with it. Listen, it's a hobby for me, this stuff here. The only reason I can sit here and goof around here at noon is because, like interest never sleeps, rents never sleep. I collect rents. I'm a real estate guy. So what else? Who else? Anybody, what do you got interested in real estate wise? You can talk about Kevin, you can talk about real estate. It doesn't matter. That's what we're doing today. I've been fixing up a lot of my existing properties. I'm still going to sell, I got a few $1 million worth of houses I'm going to sell, I decided. And so I'm just painting them and, we're doing different things. And those will be ready soon. And so you'll see, I've got some videos. I've been tidying up the food park. I have a food trailer park. I've rentals of all kinds, we've been kind of but I'm going through and I'm making sure I'm just getting rid of all the deferred maintenance. I miss things sometimes too. I had a flood that happened because I let the leaves get too concentrated on the roof. You guys know that I hired a full-time assistant now. I have companies that manage my property, some that manage houses, some that manage buildings, and then I have my own in-house management and construction crew and everything else. But I hired somebody to kind of take care of more of the maintenance. And when I say maintenance, meaning when problems are called in, they handle those calls and they know me. I just do it all by text, which really I could write another book just on text, folks. I manage all my real estate pretty much through my phone. And I can tell you a great tip is manage your real estate through text, because when you get a text, as long as all your tenants are trained to just text, and if you got a hold, and look, many people have my phone number that are watching this channel, that have been in my mentorship. I'm not afraid to share my phone number because I don't pick up my phone. I don't answer it. You have to text me to talk to me. You have to text me. Not to say if I saw one of my kids calling, I wouldn't pick up immediately, or a friend, but the bottom line is you text me. That's how you get a hold of me. My tenants know you got a problem, text it to me. You text me, then they know they're going to, within minutes, they're going to get a text back saying, hey, we got an air conditioner problem. I've tenants included in this text. Please take a look at it. Or that could be we have a water leak, or we could have they smell smoke, or they smell fire, or they smell something burning, or there's an odd odor we got to address. It could be who knows what. It could be a dead rat somewhere. Those things happen, and so just like Kevin would tell you, you can learn a lot from Kevin on YouTube. Let's we'll jump over that subject again in a minute. Okay, Delta Airsoft. Does the seller need to have a license to own or finance? Absolutely not. No, anybody can own or finance. If you own the property, you can sell it. You can sell it and own or finance it. There's nothing to stop you from doing that. Okay, yep. Treasurer, he'll be looking forward to my comments on the Meet Kevin course, and I'll be happy to share them. And I already know I'm going to like it. I already know. I can just, like I say, I appreciate already just so much of what he just shared. It's pretty amazing. Let's see. Okay. Muhammad, you are a little bit negative. We are not, and we will never be smarter than Google and all these big companies. Well, you might figure them out. You may. Sometimes just if you know what they're doing, not that it matters. There's a book, actually, there's a video. This is interesting. I just watched this. It could have been better, but it's called Social Dilemma. I think it's on Netflix. Social Dilemma. I'll write this down. But it is a very good program. Social Dilemma, right? I think I spelled dilemma wrong, maybe. Anyways, Social Dilemma. It really, when they get to figuring out your habits, everything that you see on that phone is catered to you. And it's kind of like if you ever watch news on Fox News and you watch on MSNBC, you'd think that there's two different worlds going on. One's ignoring news and in one respect, and it's just like, what are you, it's like, there's a fire and it's not being reported to. Really? It's crazy. So they can manipulate you, particularly with your phone, because they could sit there and just push news that they think you'll eat and believe, okay? And so that becomes your world. Oh, that's your news, because you're not getting all the news. You're just getting what they know you'll buy and believe. So anyways, Neil Collins, LOL, he says, I watched it. It was super. Oh, the dilemma. Yeah, Social Dilemma. But, they just talks about kids living through their phone and, getting their hearts broke over, somebody's flirting with somebody, stuff that you'd get the, I just, I call Facebook freak book. I have Facebook for business. I'll never have it personally. Never. I call it freak book because it's just so silly. I see adults, even my age, even, old adults, and they're pouring out their life on their Facebook and talking about the breakup and apologizing to the girlfriend. And give me a break. I don't think you need to share that much. It's just too much information. Delta, I do not believe there's any owner finance laws, period. I don't think there are any. I think the bottom line is you want to sell your property. That's your real estate. You can carry a note. There's some what they call usurious laws where you can't penalize, the government's the worst. They charge like 18-21%. They're about the worst on interest, for money that's, when you're in arrears, if you fall behind, they're just horrible. I remember a guy I knew, he was behind on payroll taxes, and he owed $50,000, and he busted his ass, and he was paying, $5,000 a month all year, just trying to kill it. And when he got down to the end of the year, he still damn near owed. It was just almost all of it went to interest. He just in penalties. But nobody abuses you more than the government when it comes to that stuff. All right, open source protection. Let's see. How do you calculate the rent on the food truck spot? I am looking at a big parking lot which sits empty on a commercial area. Hey, I charge as much as I can get away with. I charge as much as I can possibly charge, and they can still make a profit and be happy. And really, that should be your approach. You know, I have other business interests too, and you know, people say, how do you determine the value? I determine the value by charging as much as I can and have the most amount of sales. You know, and you can look at charging double, and you know, maybe you do less sales, but maybe it's not so few that you don't make more money with the larger one. And or you know, I might have you know, you just be surprised. You know, you lower the price. Actually, like books, you know, books. Guess what? I don't set the price hardly on this book, to be quite honest. Amazon rules the book world. I mean, they completely rule it. They tell you if you, like, in other words, if I wanted to charge $30, well, they would manipulate the split in such a way that it's not worth it. I'd make less. You know what I mean? So they pretty much dictate the prices, but they know the sweet spot to selling the most and what's, you know, you can give it away, of course, and that sort of thing. But of course, why would I give a book away? Why would I pay? I mean, if it was using it as a lost leader to get you in the door for something else, that'd be different. But let's keep going. Okay, let's see. Neil Collins. I am an owner of Meet Kevin's real estate course, and I didn't really learn anything except for calculating debt to income ratios. Well, like I said, I'm trying to keep this all positive about Kevin. To be honest, I've been critical enough on his real estate, but I don't recommend his real estate course or his real estate investing advice. But I can tell you right now, I am a big fan of Kevin's YouTube. His YouTube abilities are amazing, and and I think he's a decent guy. I think he's a nice guy, and I'm going to buy his course. So I'm going to order his course when we get done here. Okay, Jorge, you're interested in the Zoom link. Jorge, you're already in the mentorship or not? Anyways, what I'll do? Listen, subscribe, everybody. Subscribe, okay? And what I'll do. And get on the notifications, hit the notifications, the bell, right? And what I'll do is I'll give everybody a heads up, letting you know, hey, we're going to start the Zoom, and we'll talk for 5 or 10 minutes. And, you know, while we're on the YouTube channel, people will get in. I'll put the link there. People can start getting in line, jumping in over into the Zoom. And then I'll cut the channel loose, and I'll jump over, and we'll all be in a big room together. Okay, that's okay. So just subscribe, Jorge. Just subscribe right now, okay? Hit the subscribe button and the notification button, and then next video we have, I'll say, hey, we're going to do the Zoom in a little while, and you'll get a heads up that way. Let's see. Also, you can go to Tom at FlipAnythingUSA, Tom at FlipAnythingUSA.com, and you can sign up. Or just send me your email, and I'll send out a big email too. Okay, I've got a pretty big email list now, and I'll let everybody know that we're going to do it, a Zoom class as well. But probably the easiest, best way is just get on notifications here. So back to how do I? Yeah, like I say, I charge as much as I can get away with on the food trucks. I mean, I include electricity and water. Okay, and so there's some money there. I mean, I can tell you that with food trucks. They are just, they're in the sun baking, and then imagine that you got the sun heating up the trailer, and then on top of it, you got your cooking inside, right? So they've got an air conditioner blowing on them the entire time they're open. And then even when they're not open, they got a refrigerator running to keep their food cold. So, they got the heat beating down on them in the summer. That's when they sell the most food, when there's no rain. And then at the same time, they're fighting the flames that they're cooking the food with. Windows open, they're serving out. So, there is some electrical cost. There is cost that I'm paying to keep that thing cool. And then, of course, they use water to wash their dishes and whatever else they use water for. Hey, Liam, glad you're here. Yeah, Liam, actually, he's done really well. And he took the course and he was already starting to buy before he even finished the class. You're a little bit impatient. I remember that, Liam. But, man, you jumped on it, to your credit, and it's worked out pretty darn well. And I appreciate it. There's an interview on Liam, by the way, and also a guy named Ron that did extremely well. And we have others too. Rui, I gotta get you in here. He's in here too. Rui, he turned $12,000 into $36,000, and now he's going to turn $36,000 probably into $100,000. That will be fun to see. Anyways, so I don't know how long we've been on here, but I imagine it's been a little while. So I am going to go ahead and cut it. And I appreciate you guys watching. And let's all get together here soon. And here I got one more question here. Let's see. The point is, if Kevin had to live, I read that already. All right, yeah, Rui. So let's do it. Chris is, you know what? We've had the debate last night, and I just got back. And Liam, glad to hear it. Liam thinks he's got a deal going. We'll talk about that. Hey, Ellie, glad you're here. So look, we'll get a Zoom going, maybe even tonight. Okay, maybe we do a Zoom call tonight. Okay, and so I look forward to seeing everybody on that. And if you're new here, like I said, please subscribe. And we're all about sharing and making money, right? Making money in real estate. If it's real estate, I love it. That's my passion. And I hope you enjoyed the video talking about Kevin and looking at his YouTube stuff. He deserves a lot of credit for it. And Kevin, to your credit, thanks for sharing so much. It really is inspirational. You certainly delivered on inspiration with that video, I can tell you, for me too. So that's it. You guys have fun. Thanks.